Good morning, boys and girls. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome, as always, to the Joy of Piping, where we're finishing up a bowl of Northwoods in our Jake Hackert bent pipe. And I found myself thinking this morning about personal preferences, in particular, pipes and tobacco. And I want to say that it has surprised me over the last 10 years. Since my last video, I was talking about tastes changing. In particular, taste in tobacco. And mine has not changed at all, virtually. But I did see, and some people would say, well, you know, what I liked when I first started smoking is very different than what I like now. And a lot of that is probably because of the trial and error phase. So I would think the first, depending on how frequently you are smoking a pipe, the first year to year and a half is spent with you developing your kind of your patterns, how you smoke a pipe, what you prefer, finding tobaccos that you like, finding pipes that you like. And then that starts to solidify after that. And then starting from, let's say, that 2-year mark on, you are pretty much, you found your tastes. Now, I have been lucky, because it seems that I hit a stride very early on, where I knew what kind of pipes I liked, what kind of tobaccos. I kind of had a good grasp of all things pipe smoking within a few months. I also got a good shirt full of ash here. I always forget that I'm not Joffrey the Giant. I can't clench a pipe that well and talk at the same time. With pipes, though, personal preference shows up even in an eclectic collection. Because formerly I had an exceptionally eclectic collection. I had some very strange looking pipes, and slowly but surely I found that I find more enjoyment in pipes that make sense from a utility standpoint, where something is more like this. It is a bent pipe. It's got looks. I think this pipe definitely has looks, but it is a more straightforward pipe, a working man's pipe. And since kind of discovering my own personal preference, I've built my collection mostly on Jake Hackert pipes. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 Jake Hackert pipes, and then some Savinellis and some other things. But I've gotten to a point where I've pared down the pipes that are not being used frequently and sent them to new homes, because although we have cut down a tree to get to the root to be able to make this pipe, this is still a living, breathing thing. This is something that is asking for you to enjoy it, to use it for the purpose that we've destined it for, and to enjoy it, because the more that you use it and the more that you enjoy it, the more enjoyable it becomes. So when you find something that is your personal preference, it is okay to stick solely with those things. You don't always have to step out and try something new. For example, when we go out to eat, my wife and I, my wife will often try something new, especially if we're at a restaurant that we haven't been to before, or we're going to somewhere that we have been before, and there's maybe something on the menu that sounded interesting, but she wasn't quite ready to try. I, however, have some very strict preferences when it comes to food. I'm exceptionally picky, and I choose to stick with things that I know I will enjoy. And I want to say 40 to 50% of the time, she will turn to me and say, I should have gotten this. And that is because I have stuck with my preferences, and because I know that's what I enjoy, and I always get an enjoyable experience from it, unless a restaurant is truly bad. Excuse me. And unless a pipe is truly bad, or unless a tobacco is truly bad. So when you've finally developed a personal preference for anything, it is okay to just kind of pile it on. That's the joys of it being a personal preference, is that it's for you to enjoy and no one else. So while we are still locked down and having to deal with this coronavirus thing, I'd invite you to look at your own personal preferences and kind of share what you like, especially in pipes, in tobacco. If you want to talk golf, of course, I'm up for that. If you want to talk guitars, I'm good for that too. These kind of things are exactly what I need to enjoy my time out here with you guys. Something that's rusticated, good solid bowl, good construction, something that smokes well. And something that fits my personality, I think. So, I don't know what your personal preferences are, or if you think you don't know what yours are, maybe it's time to look into it, if that makes any sense. So until the next one, I hope you guys enjoy your smokes. Be safe out there, and start thinking about what you guys enjoy most.